Hey, what's up, guys? Dylan Johnson from Soccer Mag here, and welcome back to another episode of Mixing with the DJs. I'm joined by my fellow DJ, Dylan Jack, and today we'll be doing a preview for the fifth match day of the UEFA Champions League and the Europa League. We're mixing it up a bit, and we're going to keep it short. We're just going to be focusing on the big games or the games that we would like to watch. First up, we have Man City versus Feyenoord, and I think despite them losing 5 in a row, there's just no way that Feyenoord can surely not. Like, just surely not.
You would think
There's
surely
no
not,
way.
but
There's just
if
no
they
way.
play like they did against Spurs in the Premier League, it might be on here. But yeah, no, they really shouldn't. This should stop the rot a little bit. I mean, Pep would be hoping, but
if they lose at home to Feyenoord, then it's
Then
what
it is
what is
officially a
actually
crisis.
going on?
Yeah.
What is actually going on here? I'm gonna go for maybe a 2-0. I just can't believe that City would lose at home to Feyenoord.
Yes, I'll maybe even top that with a 3-0. I think it should be a comfortable win for them. I just don't see them losing to this team. They can't.
Then next up, we have a big hitter. We have Bayern versus PSG.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go for Bayern in this one. They're at home. And I think both teams' domestic form has been great, but they haven't been consistent in the Champions League.
No.
I think I'm going to go for a 2-1 Bayern. Yeah, I think that Harry Kane is just going to be there amongst the goals.
Yeah, I just think Bayern look like a more, in terms of the Champions League at least, do look like a more solid team. PSG have really struggled, surprisingly so.
I think their attack is just really young, and it's a brand new look. I mean, Dembele, it feels like in the Champions League he hasn't really delivered.
No.
I mean, Kolo Muani, Barcola. I think that attack needs to click in the Champions League, but they haven't.
No,
so that's their problem.
They don't really have a heck of a lot of goals in there. So I'm going to give it to Bayern 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have Arsenal versus Sporting. I think it's Sporting's first game in the Champions League without Amorim.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a difficult one because even though Sporting thumped City, Arsenal, they seem to be back now that they have more players back. Their injury crisis is finally over.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe a tight 2-1 to Arsenal.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But I think Sporting will have a go at it. I think they're going to send a message. It's not Amorim, it's us.
Yeah.
So 2-1 Arsenal, but I think it's going to be a tough game.
I'm going to go for a 2-2, I think. Just so that we can shut the Arsenal fans up a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-2. I still think Sporting have some good... They still have a very good team. That team is still the same. There's no players that have left. I think they have enough firepower to put Arsenal under pressure. And if Gyökeres keeps playing the way he has, then Arsenal will be under pressure. So, I'm going to go for a 2-2.
Okay. Then on Wednesday nights, we have the big one, Liverpool versus Real Madrid at Anfield.
There we go.
I'm be honest, I'm really nervous about this one. I think that...
Even though Madrid have struggled, though.
Even though Madrid haven't been as good as they were last season, it's... Liverpool just can't beat Real Madrid. It just feels like they just can't.
Yeah.
And, I mean, last season when they were 2-0 up, when Liverpool were 2-0 up, I was like, let's go. Finally.
Yeah.
Lost 5-2. It just sometimes it feels like it doesn't matter how good Liverpool are, Real Madrid are always just going to edge it.
Yeah.
That's why it's going to be a tough one. I think that I don't know what team Arne Slot's going to pick. I'm hoping he goes as strong as he can just to send a message because I know we are playing City on the weekend. I'm just worried about Vinicius versus Bradley, Conor Bradley if Trent still isn't fit.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Vinicius in general, even if Trent's playing. Mbappe to see how he does. I mean, Konate's probably going to have his hands full with Vinicius.
Yes.
So what is Mbappe going to do? I think Liverpool will score. I'm just worried about them keeping a clean sheet.
Yeah.
I'm going to back Liverpool and say 2-1. But I think it's not going to be an easy game.
Yeah.
Even though Madrid haven't been as good this season, they're still Real Madrid.
Yeah. I mean, it's a difficult one because, Real Madrid on paper have the team to cut Liverpool to shreds. They, in our Premier League wrap, we mentioned that Robertson is really struggling. He's making rash challenges, and although he's looked decent going forward, he's not really looked as good. So that's a potential target for Real Madrid. But still, I mean, they haven't really looked on it this season. Mbappe hasn't quite hit the ground running over there. For whatever
what a time
reason.
for them to make it work.
But I mean, this will be the game to make it work. So I'm going to go for a entertaining 3-2 to Real Madrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope that doesn't happen.
Liverpool go 2-0 up, and then as the hopes go up, then Real Madrid come back and Mbappe
Trent
hits
at
a
halftime
hat-trick.
comes on with a Real Madrid shirt to announce that he's leaving, scores a hat-trick. Then we have, for our last Champions League game of the round, we have Aston Villa versus Juventus.
Yeah.
And this is an interesting one because Villa's form really has tailed off since they beat Bayern.
Yeah.
But I just feel like in the Champions League, they're looking really good and they could grab a 1-0 win here. Because I also don't think Juventus are the team that we have known over the past 10 or so years.
No.
They are vulnerable and they're not, in Serie A, they aren't the dominant force that they used to be.
No.
So I'm going to go for Villa 1-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just so they can bounce back. I'm not sure what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I'll probably go for... I'll go for a 1-1 draw. I think that, Juventus still have a couple of good players in there. And as you say, Aston Villa have started to really hit a bit of a wobble. They're not showing the sort of defensive solidity that they have, early on in the season. And since that Bayern win. So, yeah, I think that there's something there for Juve if they want it. But, I just see this petering off into a 1-1 draw.
Okay. Then we're moving on to the Europa League, where we have Manchester United versus Bodo/Glimt.
The ultimate Wi-Fi password name.
They literally have symbols in their name.
Symbols, yes.
This is a great opportunity for Amorim to get his first win. I think if he doesn't, that's almost like, what?
Yeah.
Why have you not done that? I think United 2-0.
Yeah.
Just casual day at the office. Try some things. Give some players some time.
Yeah, I think that'll be the focus. Is maybe give Højlund a start. He was on the bench over the weekend. Give some other players an opportunity to give Luke Shaw a half, and then maybe give Malaysia the other half. I think having two players who are focused, who are left-sided, will be a massive boost to the system, because we've constantly been playing as either Mazraoui or Dalot there, and neither of them are really natural left players. They're always cutting back on their right foot. So having guys like Luke Shaw and Malaysia, they will bring a lot more balance to the attack. I think a 2-0 win will be fair. I think Ruud did well to stabilise after the chaos under Ten Hag and get us that first win in Europe, but in the Europa League campaign. But I think this is a great opportunity, as you say, for Amorim to open the account, get a win, and start things off.
Then after that, the final game we're going to be talking about, Tottenham versus Roma. And after backing Spurs against City, I'm just going to say they're going to do the exact thing we expect them to do and probably lose this game to Roma 2-1. I just, this is just what they do. This is what they are.
Yes.
They'll beat City 4-0 away from home, and they'll come and they'll choke to Roma. I'm just going to say that. 2-1 to Roma, even though I know Roma and Serie A have been struggling and they haven't been great this season. No. It would just be classic.
It would be.
I'm saying it purely for entertainment purposes. I just want to enjoy it.
3-1 to Roma, I say.
Okay.
Yes, it would be the most Spurs thing ever if they drop points in this one. Realistically, they should be getting a good 2-0 win, I think. But just for fun, I'm going to say 3-1 to Roma.
Yeah. Well, sweet. Thank you so much for joining me, Dil. That has been Soccer Mag's preview for Matchday 5 of the UEFA Champions League. There's some big ones in there. Let us know your predictions. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, etc. Tell us we're stupid. You know what we say. Anyway, thanks for joining, Dil.
Thanks.